Orion is the newest coaster to open up at Kings Island. It is a B&M Giga coaster, along with a new themed area, Area 72. Has a height of 287 feet, but a drop of 300 feet to make it a Giga coaster. Today I'm going to be giving you my full thoughts on it, so let's get into it. I love this coaster. I feel like it's one of the most underrated coasters to date. A lot of people like to crap on it for having a short layout and not beating the stats of Fury 325, but I don't think that really matters. This is a Giga coaster, and I absolutely love it. So let's go ahead and start in with your experience to riding Orion. So you're going to go to the new themed area and then enter through the former photo booth of Firehawk. Now, if I'd want major critique though, they're currently using it as a green screen photo. I just wish you didn't really have to wait in a line to like enter the ride. I just wish you could have a separate line for the green screen photo, and those who want to ride just enter the line. But I understand why they're doing it though. So you're gonna have some nice theming in the queue line. You got some shaded structures that are labeled as outposts with numbers on them. You have Outpost 20, Outpost 07, and Outpost 87. Those represent the openings of a few rides at Kings Island. Then you go into the Quonset Hut building after waiting in there. It is a pre-show building. It features two professors talking about your mission and the planet discovered in the Orion constellation, which is the theme of the ride. And then you have some lockers with lab coats and space suits in there, and then you got a bulletin board with some old posters of some rides that were teased on the teaser campaign and some stuff like that. And I like the theming here. I think this is some of the best theming Cedar Fair has done. It's definitely the best themed ride in the park, in my opinion. And then you go up to the stairs into the station, and that's where you can hear the I'm a Score soundtrack, along with hearing it in the new area. One thing I just wish you heard it in the queue line like you do with Mystic Timbers, but I think the I'm a Score soundtrack is good. Then you exit out of the station. I am currently using the footage of the Kings Island POV of Orion, so full credit to them. You can check it out on their YouTube channel and all that. So you go up pretty fast this 287-foot lift hill, and you can see from miles from the top here. In fact, I'll say you feel higher up than what you actually are. You can see out everywhere. You're pretty much at the height of the Eiffel Tower's platform. So once you get to the top, you crest over and then go out down this amazing 300-foot drop. It is amazing. You get some nice floater air going down this drop. It's really good. And then you go up this into the wave turn. And let me say, you get some airtime on this if you sit in the far right seat. And then you go up this into this turnaround, and you get some airtime on it, but it's not a lot. Then you go into my favorite element, which is the speed hill. You get some nice Flowjector airtime on there. Then you go up to the trimmed Camelback hill. You still get some airtime on there, but the trim does kill the Helix a little bit, but it's still taken at fast speeds. The Helix is actually fairly intense, but it's not like gray out intense. Then you go up into the biggest surprise, which you get some really good air. I was not expecting a lot of air from there. And then you go into the brakes. Now, where this coaster is really at is at night. As you can see, the light package at night is phenomenal. And I'm just showing you when it's lit up blue, but the supports actually change colors. It's really good. And it's basically a mixture of Millennium Force's light package and Fury's light package, where Fury 325 has the light strip going up the lift hill. This also has that, but with the changing color supports on there. It's really, really good. Like, this coaster is, I really enjoy it. It's a smooth ride, but I will say one thing that I noticed is it does have a very slight rattle to it, which is kind of disappointing, honestly. Like, that is, in my opinion, my biggest pet peeve with this ride is it has a slight B&M rattle. It's not butter smooth, but it's still really good. But riding it in the rain, like you're seeing with this video here, like riding in the rain is really good. Like it like after a rainstorm, this ride hauls. Like, that's what I find. After it rains a bunch, this ride tends to haul. Like, so I recommend riding it in the rain or after it rains to get a really fast experience. But another thing is, when they start filling full trains after the social distancing and all that goes away, I think this ride will run a lot better. So that was my thoughts with Orion. So for the final score, I am going to give this a 9.5 out of 10. In my opinion, the way it would earn a 10 is if it did not have a slight rattle and if it maybe had another element or two. But to me, it doesn't really matter. I think it's an okay length. I think it's a fine length for this ride. And it gives a great night ride. It's a really fun ride. So I want to hear your thoughts on Orion, if you agree with me, or if you have a different opinion on it. Let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys next time.